is. If you've just joined me on the channel and are a new subscriber, thank you very much. There's some cool stuff coming. This is going to be Mod Showcase Sunday. I'm going to try and do mod showcases on the Sunday, I've decided. Although I may do one or two in the week, depending. This is not the mod though. I've covered this mod before. This is the Callisto 71 Torch Freighter. It runs flares, torch drives. And it took me 48 hours to build. In creative, I wanted to take my building to the next level, but that's not why we're here. This is just a little teaser. I will do a full showcase on this ship to show you some of the cool features that I've incorporated and some of the things I've done. Moving on though, we're going to look at a new mod. And I've been testing a few bits and pieces out on the Series X. And thanks to Flare, we have yet another drive mod, a thruster mod. And he's also produced a tiered hydrogen mod, which I will be looking at in the near future. I shall do a complete test to see which hydrogen thrusters produce what and how efficient they are and so on. But this is all about Flare's pulse drive. And I have set up my test rig. If you remember the last mod showcase I did, I set that test rig up and we fired a hydrogen powered rocket against a torch rocket. This is the survival save though, so I'm running this with a few things. As you can see, here's the hydrogen, the torch, but this is my test rig for the pulse drive. As you can see, it's a large grid. All sizes are there. They're all available. This rocket here is a hydrogen rocket. We're going to see the pulse drive in action against the hydrogen rocket. So if you remember, we can look directly at that camera. That camera will measure how far away we are. We don't need to basically do anything. So we're going to turn on the rockets. And I'll just show you. There it is. The pulse drive and the hydrogen drive. So without burning too much fuel, we're going to launch. We're now 100 on this. And I'm going to be jumping from cockpit to cockpit, hopefully, to show you. And as you can see, fuel critical, that means we're in survival. So, off we go. There's pulse drive. Now, what you want to know about the pulse drive is that it is fuel efficient. But unlike the torch drive, Flare's pulse drive only produces, only produces 5 meganewtons of thrust. However, if we run it for a bit, you'll see that the hydrogen powered ship is well ahead. Remember the camera we were looking at? You can see that the hydrogen ship has pulled ahead, but the pulse ship is on 100 fuel, 100%. We have auto dampeners, so we can just flip across here to this ship. You'll see 97% hydrogen. The hydrogen has the better acceleration, but the pulse drive has the purple flame and the fuel efficiency. And all I'm doing is running one hydrogen Jenny into a large hydrogen tank. Same deal on this. This is an exact copy of that ship, or test rocket. We're on 96 fuel efficiency on this one. And we're on 99 hydrogen on this one. So you can see that the pulse drive, while it doesn't produce the amount of thrust that a large thruster produces in hydrogen, will allow you to create a hydrogen ship that goes further on a single tank of fuel. This is me getting into space in two basic ships. You could build these yourself if you need to get off the Earth, and you will have no problem. You won't be able to fly for toffee, but if you just want to get into space and create a space base in the asteroid fields, you could just launch one of these and then turn it off, park it in orbit, break it all down, or you could even stack it with a cargo container and take what you need into space with you. You don't necessarily need to build a ship that will go back. If you want to control this ship, all you need to do is build some thrusters on these ports here. You'll get limited control. It won't be fantastic, but it'll work. So, before I reload this and just show you the difference between the torch and the pulse, obviously, we're on 99 on hit. This one, excuse that sneeze there, and 93 on this. So Flare has done an amazing job on the efficiency of this thruster. Like I said, it doesn't produce as much thrust as this one. If you can't remember what a hydrogen thruster produces, well, 7.2 compared to 5. So let's reload this save. And rather than jumping back to my torch drive, we're going to jump back to this map and we're just going to fire off the torch versus the hydrogen rocket for old time's sake. So you can see that torch drives are the way forward if you want to create ships that can lift vast amounts. The Callisto 71 can lift 5 million kilograms, I think it is, or whatever, on just 4 large torch thrusters. The rear thrusters can push this thing into space quite effectively. You can find the link to the Callisto in this video. I've decided that as I'm closing in on 900 to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to release that link to this video. But I've had a offer from Paul Thompson, who is an amazing builder. I'm going to leave you a link to his YouTube channel at the end of this description. I may even put it in at the end of this video. He creates some incredible things. He has offered, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, to do something for my subscribers, but also he has offered, if I can get to 2,000 subscribers, he will build a custom Jaeger mech in Space Engineers, and he can do it. Wait till you see what Paul's built. For the person who is the 2,000th subscriber, and they get to name it as well. But he will build it for them. So, anyway, here we go. This is the torch. All fully charged up. all ready to go. Same deal, camera. Thrusters on. And launch. Now we've left the hydrogen rocket behind in terms of the acceleration. If you look at our acceleration, we're already at maximum speed. If I jump out of the cockpit, you'll see the difference. The torch drive is a phenomenal mod, and so is the pulse drive. I can't wait to make some fighters or little scout ships and things, especially if you're just wanting to go further on a planet and look for ore. You could build a little ship with that pulse drive, go looking for ore, and you're away. Because you could go quite far, as I said, on one of the hydrogen generators. I'm going to test it on some small grid ships at some point. So 98% fuel.
Fuel critical.
Compared to the torch, which is still on 100. Although the torch is not as efficient in terms of fuel use as the pulse, but the pulse can't push out the torch's vast thrust of 18 meganewtons. So there it is. That's the torch drive. Redux, return. The pulse drive and everything else. So, very short mod showcase, but I highly recommend downloading the pulse drive. I will leave the link in the description, along with a bunch of other things. As I said, till the next one, stay safe, take care, bye for now.